Right. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Done your homework? What about your homework?
Sorry, I didn't do any. I didn't receive the note as well.
Yeah, I posed the note, but still I think still you didn't receive because it is not, there is no double tick. Okay. But I forward the notes to sir. I think so. Still, sir also didn't see the. Still, sir also not seen the record notes. That's why you all didn't get it. By the way, today I think so. Right. Shall we discuss this? Harani, can you read this?
Yes, ma'am. What type of education and training should rulers in the present day receive? Write down your ideas.
Then
Right.
shall we discuss about that? What is the ideas?
Education training should be. That means how the teacher should train for the position, kind of.
Hmm.
Which kind of education they should hold to be a teacher. What are
Now,
the
this is the thing. For the teachers, what are the type of education and the training they have to receive? So they are going to do the future career. For that purpose, what are the rules and regulation? What are the rules and training the teacher have to follow? What are the trainings teacher have to follow?
Child safeguarding, behavior management, and any like risk assessment situations. It's kind of those things. Are you referring to the in the practical life or like in like as a like, teacher training
Uh,
subject wise? Is it?
no, at now for the teacher training subjects, what are the subjects we have to add more? what are the subjects we have to add more in the curriculum?
Ma'am, are you asking from the teacher side or the student side?
First, we'll come for the teacher's side, teacher's education.
I think, ma'am, for nowadays, the child psychology, at least they should learn about who's a child and all. Some teachers doesn't have any idea about who is a child.
Then now I don't have any idea about who is the child. Now Tharani is going to explain me. Explain me, Tharani. Who is the child? Why we are saying that for them for child?
Child.
What is the category age you are going to tell for the child group?
Child means, ma'am, from the birth we can talk about children, but here I talked about the primary. That means 5 to, like year 5 to like 8, 4 to 5, 4 to 8, like. Actually, they are kind of blank slate. So basically parents, after that the teachers are the one who inculcate good and bad things to their life, their mind. So I think more than the parents, teachers should have good idea about who's that young human and how can we handle them, especially their emotions and how they grab things, what are their emotional status and the social backgrounds, and how they learn from the nature and the nurture. So those are the things we should know before we teach them. And especially we should understand, according to the Sigmund Freud, as I remember, once he said, child, when they're in 5 years old, they already develop their total personality from the school and the teachers. They are the one who take that personality throughout their life. That is the big word. I think I took it like that, ma'am, because as a teacher we had to have very big responsibility to develop their not only the education side but from the physically and the mentally. So I think that is the big role more than the parents. After they raise children, teachers are the one who take big responsibility about the child successful life. That is what I have gained.
Now you are coming with the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 category children. No? Now the category of 8 is going to be a teenagers, basic teenagers. Okay, then they are not going to be coming my class. They are not going to be coming under the child. They are going to be in teenagers. Okay, then how we can give, how we can suggest the teacher is having a good knowledge about grade 7 and 8, because 8 is different, 7 is different. The mentality, hormones, everything will come different. Okay, then grade 7 children attitude is different, 8 is attitude is different. How we are going to bear up this thing? How we are going to connect this?
Next means actually, as teachers, I think, ma'am, we should maintain our respect, one hand, and the other side, if we can be a good friend, because as I know, ma'am, normally that age group, their main pressure is their peers. Peer pressure is very high, more than the parents and the teachers. So I think we can't be their friends, but we can put small
like
steps towards them. Yeah, act like a friend, and we have to be with them and get their things in their mind, and we can help them.
First, we have to give the trust. Always we are with them.
Yeah.
Okay. Then they can just to act. We are not going to do same thing. Just to act like we are friend with them, and they can trust us, and they can what do you call? They can they have to feel whatever it is. I can tell to my teacher.
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
That is, they must to trust. Okay. After that, now for the child part, from the birth to we can come for grade 7 class, up to grade 7 class. Child, they are having a child list. Then grade 8 to 19 up to 20, we can go for the teenagers.
Yeah.
Then 21, if they pass 21, they are in a 20s. They can little bit of matured part. But this child is and teenagers, if below 16, below 17 years people, 13 to 17 years people, is very, very, very terrible to handle them. Okay, this 15, 16, 17 is very, very terrible them to handle. Okay, they are very stubborn. And they are very, the attitudes and the physical appearance and hormones, every will get changed. Then their attitude and everything will become changed.
Yes.
Okay. Then we have to go by the psychologically, we have to make some activities for them. Give me a minute. கொஞ்சம் பாருங்க கீழே கேட் யார் திறந்தான்ட்டு. Sorry. Then we can give some ideas for them. Okay. In the present education for teachers, I think we have to add all the curriculum, teachers' curriculum, the preschool, primary, secondary, science education, diploma in maths education, all the education part. We have to put psychological education or school management subject. If we are putting a school management subject, we can focus the principles of education, philosophy of education, methodological of education, psychological of education, okay, counseling and valuation of education. All 5 topics will come inside the management of education. Okay. Then my suggestion, if we are including that type of education in the teacher's curriculum as a module, for this current problems, every will be little, not 100%. For the 100, out of 100, we can just take a 30%, we can give the solution. Because still some of teachers don't know how to handle the classroom. What is the philosophy of education? What is the methodological of education? Okay. How to deliver the subject. Okay. And how we have to propose the subject. If as a module we'll call for in the mathematics, for grade 1s or grade 2s, we are planning to do the addition. Okay. The addition is, first line was it is 2 digits and second line is only 1 digit. Then how we have to teach that? What are the things we have to need? What is the teaching aid we have to follow? One of the lesson plan today, the one of teachers came to my school. She brought the lesson plan. In the lesson plan, she wrote teaching aids, marker pen, whiteboard, duster, textbook. These are the teaching aids. She was mentioned. Is that correct or wrong? I also don't know. Now you are going to tell me. Tell me, is that correct or wrong? Now you all complete the methodological of teaching in your curriculum, Bachelor's of Education curriculum. There is a chapter called methodological teaching. Are you complete that? Tarani?
Methodology of teaching.
No.
Ma'am, as I remember, no.
No. Taranka, you also know?
No.
Yeah. Then maybe in a next two, 3 modules, you can learn that. Then for the as a teacher, you can say it is a correct teaching aids. These are the teaching aids.
No, ma'am, actually, we need some apparatus, so whatever the created thing related to the lesson, especially for the primary.
Mm. Now, when you are teaching the numbers, just I'm introducing the methodology, basic methodology. When you are teaching the numbers for the grade 1 class, okay, now 1 to 10 you are going to teach. Then, first you have to make the flashcards. 1 to 10. Only the numbers. Second, you have to write the values of the numbers. It can be a button, or it can be a sticks, or it can be a just drawing a balls in the color papers, and you are pasting in a one what do you call in one chart or anything. You have to what do you call? You have to make some teaching aids. Okay, those are the teaching aids. And third flashcard set, it must be mentioning the words of numbers. It is the number name. ONE1, TW or 2. Like that letters. With the letters, they have to mention in the third set of flashcard. First set of flashcard, it should be numbers only 1 to 10. And second set, it is going to be values of the numbers. And third set, names of the numbers. Those are the materials you have to take part. Okay, that is called methodology. Then if it is come as a subject, school management, these all 5 are in that. Then we no need to study the separate modules. Then we know what is the education, how to train, how to rule the chapter, and how we have to deliver the chapter, how to present the chapter, how we can value the children. Sorry, how we can evaluate the children. Okay, then we can get the outcomes. Understood now? Are you all clear? Right. Then shall we write a small answers, small ideas for this question? Can? Now you can take this question as a 2 side. One is teaching education, teachers education. One is students education. The types of education, you can divide 2 chart, 2 side chart, and one is teachers education. One is students education. And what is the rules, what is the ideas you are going to improve in teachers education, you have to mention. What are the ideas you are going to improve in student education, you have to mention. Can you draw like a chart and do.
Okay, ma'am.
If I give 10 minutes time, is enough, or 15 minutes? Just I'll give 10 minutes. If you need, we'll talk and we'll take it little.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Finish, Tharani, Taranka?
Yeah, ma'am, just wrote it.
Now, can you see Taranka's? This is Taranka's one, no? Can you see the Taranka's answers? No, no. Okay.
Yes.
Now, now you can see, I think.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, this is a teacher and child. Okay. This teacher's education is one side and child education is one side. And for both of these, you have to come for this education, type of education. Type of education. And one side it is going for the child education and one side it is going for the teacher's education. Okay. That is you have to mention. You have to do by the chart. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Shall we read this?
Yeah, ma'am. The educational program proposed. The main aim of the education presented by Rousseau is to make the child a person with moral values. Rousseau shows that knowledge should be given to a person so as to share with the natural world based on a moral foundation.
Right. That is, I think, yesterday also we read.
Yeah.
Right. Read this then.
Views on the teacher and teaching. The teacher's function is to assist in the educational process as education is a natural process. Montessori says that the teacher was model the class or that work is done as a scheduled even if the teachers is in the class or not is a capable teacher. It is said that parents and teachers should behave exemplary so that the small children can imitate them, and the teacher should prepare the environment and the climate for learning rather than teach. Montessori has said that the teaching process would be prepared according to the growth stages and interest of the child and not according to the needs of the teachers. It is important to always make use of the environment and material.
Right. Now, for example, the view on teacher and teaching. Okay, now first you have to give your side to teachers and teaching. Okay. The teaching is a natural thing. Okay. Teaching is natural thing because all the children can learn from teachers. Then teachers' job is it's natural thing. Okay. teachers always the helpful person. Teachers have to be very helpful person. And the Montessori education, what is the proper process of Montessori education is, first we have to plan the work. Okay, we have to schedule and we have to plan our work. The Montessori education is very important in planning. Okay, without planning, we can't do the Montessori education. First, we must do our planning process. Okay, right. Now, for example, now you are the class teacher of LKG or the UKG class. Okay, now you are going to do the lesson for this week. Are you going to plan for this week or without planning going to do the lesson? Huh?
We should plan it, ma'am.
We should plan. Why we have to keep the planning?
Because we need to cover up the curriculum as well as the children's need according to the lesson.
Yeah, should be, we must to teach them properly. We have to focus the education side. We have to plan. Without planning, we can't teach them properly. Okay, without planning, we can't give the good proposal by the education side. Once they are doing their, what do you call, practical subjects, then we have to plan to take the apparatus and we have to give the practical side is very important. Okay, right. For a teacher's side, when the teacher is inside the classroom or teacher is not inside the classroom, the teacher should plan her work and you have to keep with in your mind all the students are your children. Okay, right. And the teacher must to be capable to understand children's knowledge. And when you are planning the subject, now for example, if you are planning to teach the mathematics numbers or the shapes or as shapes, that shapes in your class, there is a 25 children, all the 25 children have to know about all the main shapes with their particular colors. Okay. For example, if you are teaching the circle, it should become in the red color. Second, square. Then should become in blue color. Third one is triangle. Should become in the yellow color. And red triangle, it is going to be in green color. Because first three colors are primary colors and secondary color, the main first color is green. Then first four, all the main shapes means it is what is the main shapes? All four shapes. Circle, square, triangle and red triangle. And all the primary colors with the secondary first color, it is going to be, we are going to introduce that. Okay, that is the main thing when you are teaching the mathematics shapes. Okay, those are the methodological. We have such a method to deliver the subject for children. Okay, now I think you are understood with the view of teaching. Okay, view of teaching is main topic. What is the main issue, main thing? All the children have to know, get the knowledge of, all the children have to get the same knowledge. If it is 25 kids in your class, all have to come. That is the philosophy of Montessori AMI method. All the children have to get the knowledge same continent. Okay? Shall we read this?
Educational proposals of Mahatma Gandhi. Gandhi, who says that education cannot be divided to childhood and adulthood, shows that it should be a lifelong process. His educational philosophy was based on three principles. They can be identified as physical training, hand, intelligence training, head, and spiritual training, heart, and also some main proposals also could be identified.
Right. What is the
Knowledge,
main three?
yeah.
Main
Physical training,
three physical training is, and after that,
intelligence training, head,
intelligent training is head,
and spiritual training, which is heart.
spiritual training is heart. Okay? This is the concept of Mahatma Gandhi's education philosophy. Right. Shall we keep our concept of these three principles, and shall we focus the one module for primary class? For example, shapes. Head, heart, and head, heart. These three concepts we are going to focus for the shapes. Can you write a small, what do you call, lesson plan? Physical training is should be there. Head is there. Heart is there. You have to focus your lesson plan. These three. Can? Can't. Tharani?
Yeah, ma'am. We don't want to write the huge one, right? Just to.
No, just two topics. Just to present object presentation, uh, object presentation and valuation is enough. All
Okay,
the
all
outcomes.
right. All the basic four shapes, so ma'am, relevant one shape, whatever.
No, all the basic four shapes.
All right. Okay.
By the colors, shapes, and you are going to introduce the self. But in that chapter, you have to think the hand, head, heart. That three must to be there.
Okay.
Is it okay?
Okay, ma'am. We'll try.
Yeah, that should be fine. Always
Okay.
be positive.
Well done.
Are you finished? Finish?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah.
Right. Shall we read that?
Okay, I'll go first then. I just wrote like very summarized one. For the day one, is introduce shapes using shaped color mats. Like you said, like we have a red circle mat, triangle mat, kind of that. So that can we have intelligence and play a game like sit on a red circle mat. Like we have to lay down lots of mats on the carpet, and they can go and sit on it. With the color and the shape we set them, then they will sit on that. So as extra activity over there, if we have time, we can color shapes on that day. So next day, sorting pictures according to the shapes. We give lots of pictures playing different shapes, like natural objects in different pictures. So they are going to sort it's a circle shape and the different circle, square, triangle, likewise. And the same day as an outdoor activity, we can have like in the play area, we can make big shapes with using something or even a taping the ground. So they will work around the shape. Then, we can play Simon Says games. Like Simon Says, go stand on in the circle. Simon Says stand on the square. Like anything. And even construct any outdoor activity, construction area, build using blocks and make buildings using its shapes. For day 3, find different things in shapes in the classroom, like scavenger hunt. We go and like we clock, it's a circle shape, like we tick it, like we found something in circle kind of activity. And if we want, we can draw the same, draw what we found in a sheet, the circles we found the circle, clock, or square we found a table. Likewise, and for the day 4, cut and stick activity, like we always do the things that we do, like cut the shapes and making different things. And this one I got as a what do you call spiritual thing, as building their own house with shapes. So we just lay down some shapes, and they are going to build their house with using those shapes. So that was my plan for 4 days.
Right, fine. Tharani?
Yeah, ma'am. I just take it as for 3 days. The first day I wanted to the physical training, that means for the hand, give some idea about it. And so I thought to make some big shapes with the cardboard or use some log, that means some wood or plastic shapes, and let the children to observe them. Let them to take the shapes in their hand and go up and down through that lines and the edges of the shapes and get some idea. That means inculcate some idea about their heads. The circle is kind of, there's no straight edges, all are curved. And the triangles, it has very straight lines. And there are some points kind of things to learn for by touching the objects. And the next day, for the intellectual training for the head, do games by using shapes like, as Mr. Taranga says, like Simon says, and let children to find an objects of the same shape in the school or the house in their surrounding. Let them to color and draw on dotted lines and color them and understand about the shapes and their features. And then identify shapes by the model. That means okay, let them to close their eyes, and we supposed to give some shape to their hand, and they have to go up and down, and they have to find out what is the correct shape, like that. That is for the intelligent. And the third day for the spiritual, I don't know whether ma'am am I correct or wrong, and I thought to practice them. That is not for the grade ones, actually for the threes, like, and by heart the names of the shapes and how to spell the word and sing songs and recite poems about the shape and give them to talk about their favorite shape kind of things. So those are the things I suggested.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Thank you, ma'am.
That's good. But when you are planning the lesson, you have to first you have to think what is the objective we are going to give for that particular module. Okay, and by the objective, what is the presentation we are going to focus. Okay. In the presentation, we have to think that Mahatma Gandhi's whether we handle that. We focus that. Okay. You have to think. You have to check that. Okay. But it is correct. You both of them are tried much. That should be fine. Okay. Then now I thought to post this module. Listen to you. Yesterday also I sent the lesson, but I will try to send it soon as possible, this notes for you all. Okay. Right. Then right. Shall I wind up the session?
Oh, yeah.
Feel tired?
No.
Since you went to school.
Yes, ma'am. Now
You are
next
working in Linfield.
no, ma'am. The Highway International School in Homagama.
Highway?
Highway International School.
I don't know. I'm not familiar on
Yeah,
that side.
you may not, ma'am. That thing is, preschool was very reputed, but before like 6 years ago, they started their primary. So like more than the primary, preschool is very famous. Still, the school getting students. Still, we have like hundreds of students on the old school for the secondary.
Man. Okay, then okay. God bless you all. Good night.
Thank you, ma'am. Good night. God bless you.
Good night.
Nice. Thank you.
Good night.